Okay, so now the sun just hit my phone, so that's a bad sign. But it also hit my work where I can see what I'm doing. And that spread out and cut off that one, and really kind of cut off that one too, so I guess I don't have to flute it. I still may, but. No, it's clean now. Oh, that was the wrong side. It's the other side that's messed up. No, I'm just kidding. The other side is messed up, but that was an additional issue. All right. While I'm at this, I cannot see. Trying to get the remaining slab bits. Damn it. Undercut it, ha. Normally at this time, I'm trying to get it flatter and get rid of convexity instead of vice versa. There's slabbiness still, so I got a couple of flakes that'll either work well or not. I'm trying to create that backwards angle, platform angle. I can play with the contours, but I need the angle. That's a good ridge right there and a good platform, so that ought to take off at least half of this crap. I'm gonna put my finger on this side of this ridge. I don't want it to spread out that direction. I'm fine with it spreading out the other way. So that got all that lowered from there all the way to there. And there's still a little bit of a ridge here, but I'm not seeing any remnants. I'm not seeing any remnants of slab. Tell you one thing, I bet you this rock would be tough as a boot if it hadn't had a little heat put on it. Because it looks awful dry even with the heat put on it. The only thing though is once you get, put this over that thing a little bit. Trying to put tape and, well, I'll do this piece of leather. I'm gonna put this piece of leather over this phone a little bit to try and keep the heat off of it. Or y'all are gonna suddenly get heat exhaustion. It's not a hugely bad preform. I think what I was fixing to say was whenever you as soon as you get out of the need to have the heavier percussor, go back to the quicker one. Like once you, if the reason you were using it was because of the graininess of the material or whatever, you still reach a point where you're narrow enough that your flakes don't need to run a long, long ways. And so any advantage see, that's just rolled wrong and it's just tough, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to attack it a different way. So I'm not suddenly saying, oh heck. I'm flaking, I'm not abrading. This is percussion flaking. This is a hammer sponge. A hammerstone sponge, a hammerstone matrix, I don't know. Life just completely seems like the Matrix, which I've never seen that show, so I hope I just didn't say anything weird. Sure wish I had my good finger. I'm not trying to say that for hopes of making anybody feel bad, but sure would be nice. Oh, you can't see this well? Well, I feel so bad. Hold on. Oh, I don't even know where you need to be to see it well. Oops. Hang on, let's see if you come back. So annoying. That might work. Close. Okay, let's try it. Is that too overexposed? Kind of, huh? Even though I make no attempt to get most of my platforms perfect, I am looking at everything. I'm looking at every point where I put the punch, and it's always a decision. You see how irregular this all is? Every place I put the punch is a decision about what I can do from that spot based on, previous experience. And the angle that I hit at, whether it's a tiny bit higher or a tiny bit lower, and the way in which I support it, and how tightly I hold the work, like that was a little blender. That ran a long ways. But see, like this. Okay, I've got all that, but it's no good for anything. So that'd probably be the next one I'd hit, but then that's a big old delta in the way. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna put my finger on that side of that and just barely catch it on top and hit straight down and just blend the delta off, granted imperfectly. And then come over there and do my next big hit. And I have a trouble with this lighting and stuff because I'm really not seeing my contours super well. This platform's low. And I can hit up into there because that's some maths, but I'd rather raise it a little with a coarse abrader so that I'm not strengthening it a bunch. It flaked it. You see how thin it is now? It flaked that. So then, cross grind it back to a position of strength, and this side is screwed up, but I'm going to hit that side. There's kind of a gap in the middle. Another big old honking flake. There comes a time in every reduction when you got things like they kind of ought to be, and you need to make stuff happen. You need to make it rain or make it hinge, whichever, seems fitting under the circumstances. All this little concretey crap, the gray crap in this rock, is not constituent elements of flake strength. Straight down. Cut off half of that hinge and create another one behind it, of course. Where I'm from, we call that special. It's a beauty mark. Straight down, straight down. I don't have lighting to show you. Well, maybe there. You should be able to see the flake scars, kinda. So that was on that side, so we flip it and do this side. This is gonna be like one of those telethon kind of things if I post all the crap I'm videoing. Don't anybody dare me to post it all, because I have no pride. I will. I do actually like how this material looks, even though most people wouldn't like it. It's awfully gray and gnarly, but then again, I'm kind of gray and gnarly. You gotta watch it. That last flake was a little too purposeful, and really, if you're not careful, you'll accidentally do a lot more good on one flake than you do on others. Dang. And bird it. I heard it, I bird it. If you feel it kick back, you got to burr. when it's right, it goes almost effortlessly feeling. Yeah, I kind of like this. All right. So our choices are go get a real flaker, or tilt this that way and isolate, and tilt this that way and isolate. And there's my platform. Where are you? Oh, there's the platform. I don't know that this is going to work. Doesn't seem likely with that setup. Well, it's one of those kind of things where the cookie's wearing off, so tight back edge support. Is this loose? Tight back edge support. Oh yeah, it got it. Oops. It got it, it's gone. Of course I ended up with a little low flake, but oh well. Try and make the others match it. Be back.